What's up, Tailgaters? My name is Tailgate Nate. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be giving you my bowl game predictions for the 2020 bowl season. Now, I am not going to be including the New Year's Six in this. That is going to be a later video at a later date. But bowl season is going to start as soon as we knew the bowl matchups. We knew the bowl matchups yesterday. So today, there is one bowl game on and bowl season will kick off. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is going through all the bowl games that are not included in the New Year's Six or college football playoff and predicting those for you guys. There may be more bowl games to come. However, this is what is announced as of recording this video. If there are any more, I might do a video on them again at a later date. But regardless, let's go ahead and look at these bowl games. If you're new to this channel, hey, subscribe down below. Leave a comment on this video. Tell me you're new. Say you subscribe. Also, you can share your thoughts on this video. Leave a like. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can join Tailgate Nation so you always know when I upload. A lot of people of you aren't subscribed. So again, hit that subscribe button. Also, share this video with everyone you know. I'm trying to grow the channel as big as possible. It would mean a lot if you could share this video with everyone you know who likes college football as much as you and me. And without further ado, let's get into some bowl predictions. All right, so I am going to be giving you my bowl game predictions off of ESPN's Capital One Bowl Mania, the bowl contest that they have every single year. Of course, there are less bowl games than usual, but we're going to fly kind of quickly through these. So if you missed something, be sure to watch the entire video so you don't miss out on information. This is the first time that I am seeing these bowl games. I have not seen these bowl games ahead of time besides the New Year's Six, obviously, which I'm not predicting in this video anyway, but I have not seen any of these bowl game matchups. This is the first time I'm seeing them. Might be the first time you're seeing them as well. You can follow along, make your predictions with me. You can just go to espn.com/Capital One Bowl Mania or something like that, but you're sure to find us just on the ESPN website, #not sponsored. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. In the Myrtle Beach Bowl on Monday, December 21st, that is the day of uploading this video, we have the Appalachian State Mountaineers, who have played a pretty good season up to this point in the North Texas Mean Green. North Texas, kind of been a surprise. I didn't think they would do this good. App State, I thought they might do a little bit better, but still a very good season for App State overall. And I think clearly App State is the better team in this one. I am clearly picking the Appalachian State Mountaineers. There, to me, is just no contest. You see 98% of the public agrees with me. 2% are picking the upset. I just think this is an easy call. App State has the more talented team than North Texas. I think they're going to be able to win this one pretty easily. Now we move on to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. The Tulane Green Wave and the Nevada Wolfpack are playing off. In my opinion, Tulane had a disappointing season, while Nevada had a pretty surprising season. But anyway, Tulane has some of the best backs in the entire country. They're not playing the best football I feel like they could be playing, but they're still playing some pretty good football, while Nevada made it through the Mountain West without a game being canceled. They went 6-2, and they're playing some pretty good ball. This is going to be a very interesting game to watch, but I feel like Tulane might have the slight advantage here in this one. I know Nevada looks like they're playing well. I believe their only two losses are to Boise State and San Jose State. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't got a chance to watch either of these teams really a whole lot. I've watched Tulane a couple times. I don't think I've watched Nevada at all. But Tulane, from what I've watched, they look like a really good football team. I think they're going to be able to beat Nevada. I do think it's going to be a close game, but I am picking the Green Wave. Now let's go ahead here and pick UCF and BYU. Wow, that is an intriguing matchup in the Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 22nd. This is an absolutely phenomenal game. You see here, 90% of the public is picking BYU to win this game. And I'm going to go ahead and agree with the general public here. I think BYU has been a very, very good team all year. UCF has been down. And while I don't think they're necessarily a bad team, I think BYU is going to be able to come in to Louisiana with a bowl game win and just be able to get it done. BYU's only loss is to what possibly could have been Sun Belt Conference champions. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but in my mind, they are Sun Belt Conference champions to Coastal Carolina. BYU is still a very solid team. I absolutely love Zach Wilson. I think he's a great quarterback. In my opinion, BYU is going to get the win over UCF. Now we have in the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, we have the Georgia Tech Bulldogs facing the Georgia Southern Eagles. This is another intriguing matchup. Georgia Southern, one of the few teams that has actually played 12 games this year. Louisiana Tech coming out of Conference USA. I really don't know what to make of this matchup. Again, I don't know a whole lot about either of these teams, but in my mind, I feel like Georgia Southern has gone through a tougher schedule, and they've come out with a better record than most people thought. I think they might have even been a team to upset App State. Maybe, possibly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just feel like overall Georgia Southern is a really solid team. Louisiana Tech, I don't know much about them, so I'm going to have to go with what I know. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Georgia Southern Eagles, and of course, most of the general public seems to agree with me here on that one. In the Montgomery Bowl, we have Memphis and Florida Atlantic, and I'm not going to talk much about this one. I feel like Memphis definitely has the upper hand. I don't think Florida Atlantic is as good as they've been in years past. It should be, I don't want to say an easy one. It's going to be interesting, but I do think Memphis is going to be able to overpower FAU. Now in the New Mexico Bowl, as the Hawaii Bowl has been canceled just due to travel, we have the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the Houston Cougars. This one seems pretty close in the general public. 59% are picking Houston, while 41% are picking Hawaii. This is going to be a very close matchup, I feel like, as well. Houston's, of course, losing to Hurricane, but they still got a great offense along with a pretty solid defense. And I haven't watched much of Hawaii, but what I have watched, they've looked like a really solid team overall. This one's going to be tough for me to call, but I am going to go ahead and have to pick the Houston Cougars. I just feel like they're overall the more round out, solid team. Just feel like they're going to be able to pull this one out and get this one done. Oh, wow, looking at this one, this is a very interesting matchup on Christmas Day. Look at that. On Christmas Day, it's the Camellia Bowl, however you say that. I'm going to say the Camellia Bowl on Christmas Day, the Marshall Thundering Herd, who were Conference USA runner-ups, and the Buffalo Bills, who were Mid-American Conference runner-ups. This is a very intriguing matchup. Of course, Jarrett Patterson setting a record this year with 8 rushing touchdowns, and he was in my top 10 running backs way back in the preseason, while Marshall has been a surprise, but they also have a pretty darn good running back as well. Marshall has been playing some really good football, but so has Buffalo. Buffalo just came up short in the Mid-American Conference Championship game, while Marshall has not played their best football lately, but I feel like both these teams are going to play a really solid game in this one. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Buffalo Bulls to knock off the Marshall Thundering Herd. I just think Jarrett Patterson's going to be a huge difference maker in this game, and I think Buffalo is going to be able to get it done. In the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, we have the South Carolina Gamecocks and the UAB Blazers. Honestly, I don't know why South Carolina got invited to a bowl game. They lost their head coach, Will Muschamp. I think UAB is going to be able to easily win this one. Now I know it's Group of 5 versus Power 5, but UAB is the champions of Conference USA. I just feel like UAB is going to be able to come in here, be able to pretty handedly beat South Carolina. I don't have much else to say about this one. But wow, looking at the next one, this game was supposed to happen, but then Liberty had COVID issues, so Coastal Carolina replaced them with BYU. Now we actually do get to see this game in the FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl. Coastal Carolina missed out on a Group of 5 spot, or I should say a New Year's 6 spot. Cincinnati ended up taking that spot, just being the higher ranked team. Honestly, I would have loved to see Coastal Carolina and Cincinnati play in a game, but it's nice that we're finally going to get to see Liberty and Coastal Carolina. 2 surprise teams this year. Coastal Carolina was not supposed to be this good. I thought they were going to do fairly decent, but not this good. And then Liberty, well, Liberty's been here a couple times before, but again, not really supposed to be this good. But I feel like Coastal Carolina has more playmakers, and I'm going to go back to my original pick. I know I didn't say anything about it because I was only covering the Big Ten, but if this game were to have been played, I would have picked Coastal Carolina, and that's what I'm going to go with here. In the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, we have the Louisiana Raging Cajuns and University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. I'm going to pick the Louisiana Raging Cajuns here. They've been a very solid team. Their only loss was to Coastal Carolina. If that Sun Belt title game would have been played, Louisiana probably also would have had a second loss, both of those being to Coastal Carolina. So A very, very good team here in Louisiana. I don't know why they're not ranked higher, even after beating a Iowa State team that gave Oklahoma a run for their money. This one is no contest for me. While UTSA has been a surprising team this year, it's no contest. The general public agrees with me again. Louisiana wins the Serve Pro Bowl. In the Lending Tree Bowl, we have the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and Georgia State Panthers. In my opinion, this is a very intriguing game. Both of these teams maybe have not played very great football this year, but both these teams have played some solid football. Of course, you see Georgia State with the better record just by virtue of playing less games. You look there in the loss column 4-6. But in my opinion, two very similar teams, but I love Cornelius Brown and whatever he's done at Georgia State. I think Georgia State's going to be able to walk away with a win here in the Lending Tree Bowl. We have our first top 25 matchup. It's the Cheez-It Bowl on Tuesday, December 29th. The Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Miami Hurricanes are facing off here in this one. This is going to be yet another very interesting game. Miami, of course, would have made a New Year's Six Bowl if not losing to North Carolina, and Oklahoma State could have made a Big 12 title, and of course Chuba Hubbard opting out for the rest of the season. I think that's going to play a factor in this game. I don't think LD Brown and whoever the other running back is there at Oklahoma State is going to be as good as what Miami is going to throw. Miami has Derek King. They finally figured out their offensive rhythm. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Miami Hurricanes here. While I do think it's an interesting game, I think a lot of points are going to be scored, and without Chuba Hubbard, I don't know that Oklahoma State can keep up. I'm going to pick the Miami Hurricanes. This is another interesting matchup. We have the 20th ranked Texas Longhorns, and I'm sure probably 26th or 27th ranked Colorado Buffaloes, sitting at 4-1. In my opinion, well, technically runner-ups in the Pac-12, but runner-up in the Pac-12 South. In my opinion, Colorado should have played in that championship game, but hey, who was I to decide that? This is going to be another interesting game. Texas, again, has had another disappointing season, and Colorado's had a pretty surprising season. I don't know that Colorado's going to be able to continue that momentum, especially after losing to Utah. Now they're going to have all this time off. I think Colorado's going to be prepared, but I am going to go ahead and pick the Texas Longhorns to win this one. This does not mean that Texas is back, although they are getting progressively closer. Then you have the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Never heard of that one, but it's featuring the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Wisconsin Badgers. Two teams that have had pretty average seasons to see here. Both teams are sitting at 500, so one team is going to rise above, and the other is going to fall below. A very interesting game here. Wake Forest, of course, with Sam Hartman at the helm. They've played some good football this year, but Wisconsin hasn't really looked the part. A top 25 team coming in. They've just had some poor performance, and their offense hasn't really gotten going. This one is a tough one for me to call, especially because Wisconsin's offense has not been doing so well. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Badgers in this one. I think picking the Badgers is a risky pick here just because of the lack of offense that they've had, but I'm confident in Paul Chryst's ability to coach Graham Mertz and be able to get Wisconsin a win in the Mayo Bowl. In the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl, we have the 15th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes facing the Missouri Tigers, and in my opinion, there is no contest here. I think the Iowa Hawkeyes are playing some of their best football right now. Now, the game against Michigan in Champions Week in the Big Ten did get canceled, but I feel like they're going to be able to beat Missouri here. Missouri's had a surprising season, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Iowa Hawkeyes win this one. Of course, we're skipping the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic because it is a New Year's Six game. So we'll go in here. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Again, Mississippi State made a bowl game just off invitation. Not sure why they're here. They pulled off that upset against LSU, but LSU doesn't even look that great. In my opinion, there's absolutely no contest. Seeing the way Tulsa played Cincinnati, they played absolutely phenomenally. If they can play a similar game against Mississippi State, they should be able to walk away with a nice victory. Tulsa wins the Martin Armed Forces Bowl. In the Arizona Bowl, we're going to have Ball State and San Jose State, the winner of the Mountain West and the winner of the Mid-American. In my opinion, I think this is going to be a better game. A lot of people think. You see, the general public is picking 88% in favor of San Jose State, which why wouldn't they? They've been one of the feel-good stories of the seasons. I absolutely love their coach. I love his energy. I love the way the Spartans have been playing. I watched a little bit of that Mountain West Championship game, and they looked really good against Boise State. Looking then here at Ball State, upsetting Buffalo in the Mid-American Conference. They have been a surprise team, but not as surprising as San Jose State. I think San Jose State's going to be able to come into Arizona, get the win here. They just looked like a very, very good team. My pick goes to the Spartans. Now in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, we have the West Virginia Mountaineers up against the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee has been a very disappointing team this year. And West Virginia, about where people thought they would be, about where I thought West Virginia would be. But this is, I think, an intriguing matchup because I feel like Tennessee definitely has the talent to be a decent team, but they just haven't gelled together here. In my opinion, West Virginia is going to be able to get this one done. I just feel like Tennessee is not gelled together as a team, not playing Jarrett Guarantano at quarterback, and their quarterback situation is a mess now already. I think West Virginia is going to be able to get this one done. Now in the Mercari Texas Bowl, we have the Arkansas Razorbacks and the TCU Horned Frogs. In my opinion, there is no contest here while Arkansas has given some teams a good fight this year. I don't think that they're going to be able to match up that well against TCU. My opinion, TCU wins the Texas Bowl. Again, it is home field advantage. TCU plays in Texas. They are Texas Christian University. The Texas Bowl, it's like home field advantage for TCU. They should get the win. We're skipping the Peach Bowl as it is a New Year's Six bowl game. So let's move on to the Verbo Citrus Bowl. An interesting matchup here. We have the unranked Auburn Tigers who are 6-4. They have had some good quality wins, but the 4 losses are to teams ranked in the top 25, I do believe. So not a bad season for Auburn overall. And then when you look here at Northwestern, Big Ten runner-ups and an absolutely phenomenal season after a disappointing season last year for Northwestern. All the talk about Pat Fitzgerald going to an NFL job, I don't think Northwestern focuses on it. I think Northwestern comes out of this one saying, hey, guys, we were so close at beating the now 3 team in the country in Ohio State. I think Northwestern comes in here and is going to be able to get this one done. Of course, we're skipping the Rose Bowl game and All-State Sugar Bowl as they are playoff semifinals. So we're going to move on here to the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. It seems like we have 2 left, but in the Gator Bowl, we have the NC State Wolfpack and Kentucky Wildcats. Another interesting game here. In my opinion, Kentucky, while they haven't looked great, I still think are a very solid team, but NC State has looked the part of a top 25 team this year. My pick is going with the NC State Wolfpack. I just think they have played such a good I think they played a difficult schedule this year, and they've been able to come out on the right side of the stick. Hey, 8-3, that's not a bad record at all. And for what people thought and for what people thought NC State was going to be this year, this is a very, very good season. I think it continues into the Gator Bowl. I think they're going to go ahead and get the dub in this one. Now in the Outback Bowl, it's the Ole Miss Rebels and Indiana Hoosiers. To be honest, I don't even know why they match these 2 teams up. Now, it might be because Indiana doesn't have Michael Penix, but my pick is totally going to the Indiana Hoosiers. In my opinion, they have looked like one of the better teams in all of college football. Now, playoff worthy, I don't know if they'd be able to match up against any of the top 4 teams, but in my opinion, Indiana is still a very, very good football team, and I do believe that Indiana is going to be able to relatively easily get this one done. And that's actually going to do it for the bowl game predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was just a quick run through of all the bowl games. If more bowl games get announced, which it sounds like there might be, but not quite sure on that yet, I will definitely let you guys know and make a video about it and give you just some quick thoughts and predictions. But that's going to do it here for me. Again, I predicted all the bowl games. If you're wondering why, wait, he skipped some. That is because I am not doing the New Year's Six games. That is going to come in a later video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said in the beginning, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell. You can leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts on this video or your personal predictions. And go ahead and share this video with everyone you know who likes college football as much as you and me. Remember to play hard, but tailgate harder. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye.